Little things were not on. My little speakers, mics, whatever we want to call them. I should put that on the inside. There we go. See, this is how it looks to set one of these up. So anywho, good morning, you guys. What we are talking about today is the one metric that grows your YouTube channel without ads, okay? The one metric that grows your YouTube channel without ads. And this is actually coming from Alaric Heck, and I'll talk about him here in just a second. Just a brilliant guy, brilliant. I want to say kid really bad, because when you look at him, he looks very, very young. But the dude is brilliant, absolutely brilliant. Anyway, so first things first, what I want to say is you guys can win things. If you didn't know you can win things, that is a thing here. All you have to do is subscribe to my YouTube channel, comment on my YouTube videos, and then share my YouTube videos into social media. Tag me or my business page in it, either way, just so I can see it. And then one person every week is going to get a little tappy tap on the shoulder where we say, hey, go pick something out from the swag shop. And then you're going to say, hey, where's the swag shop? And then we're going to say, hey, go to withmartha.com, click on shop at the top, and that's it. And then you're going to be like, awesome, I'm going there right now. All right, that's how it's going to go. Like that's, if you want to visualize what it feels like to win, it's like that. So let me get out of here. All right, so today let's go ahead and get back into it. The one metric that grows your YouTube channel without ads. A lot of people have many questions, like the GIF. I have many questions. There's a lot of people have many questions around YouTube and, growing their YouTube channel. How do I get more subscribers? There's a whole lot of stuff. Next week, Mike is going to be doing the videos, and he's actually going to be talking more about YouTube. And the only reason that I'm talking about it today is because literally Alaric talked about it yesterday in an event that we're at. And I'm like, well, shucks, this is something my people would probably be pretty interested in. So I'm just going to go ahead and share it with you. So the one thing that is going to, like the one metric, the one actual thing that is going to help you grow your YouTube channel organically without ads, without spending money, right, is watch time. And the funny thing is as he was explaining this, let me tell you who Alaric is real quick. Alaric is, he has had a YouTube channel for the past 12 years, and he's 24. So half of his life, he has been on YouTube. And so he started when he was 12. That's not a joke. First of all, let's all learn a lesson from that. If you have 12-year-olds, and they're like, I want a YouTube channel, don't say, no, you can't have a YouTube channel. What if Alaric's parents had said that? Okay, so like first things first, let's just understand that our kids have a world available to them that we could have never, ever seen ourselves. Okay, so let's not put our own limitations on our kids. Had Alaric's parents done that, we would not have the genius before us that we do. So he started his channel with, he would review different apps and he would review tech stuff. So he was kind of just like a little nerd already, right? And so he would just review some tech stuff, and then people would watch him and they would follow him, and his channel grew and grew. And then he got a lot of affiliate stuff, and it took on its natural growth cycle. And so now what he's doing is he runs YouTube ads. Okay, so you know that I don't use ads. I'm not like a huge fan of ads for people in, let's enter this qualifying statement, for people beginning, okay? Like we haven't used it. It hasn't been necessary for us. Now we are expanding a lot. So are we looking into some retargeting and stuff? Yeah, potentially. But what I'm saying is when you're starting your business, even up to where we're at right now, right? You don't really need them, and you absolutely shouldn't be using them until you have, and I did this in a video the other day, until you have a proven concept, until you have a proven offer that already converts organically. And what that means is that you have people already jumping into your offer without running ads to it. Just organically, you have people jumping into your offer. Then you can start working. If you want to start throwing money at ads, you're welcome to, but I wouldn't start doing that. And I'm just going to say this. I wouldn't start putting money into ads until you're at about, I'm going to be honest here, until you're at about $500,000 a year is where I would, if you're going to throw money into ads, you're going to want to wait till you get to that point, or else this levy thing starts happening where you start hoping and praying these ads are going to explode your business. And then you start spending. And then all of a sudden that growth that you had dwindles. Okay, does that make sense? So I want you to have a really good buffer before you start playing around with them. And then when you start playing around with them, don't throw baby out with the bathwater, right? Like don't just go throwing everything into them. Be very smart about it. Hire somebody that's wise, right? Alaric Heck would be great. Qasim Islam is another person and he runs Google ads. Like these people are brilliant in their space. Like scientists, like I was sitting in a room with them yesterday, spent a lot of time with Qasim in the last week. They're like scientists of their crap. They're fantastic. But anyway, so let me get back to what I'm talking about. I just wanted to give them a shout out because when you do want to run ads, you want competent people doing it, okay? Or else you're just going to blow budgets on people that say they know something that don't really know something, okay? So just buyer beware. Okay, anyway, so whenever Alaric was talking yesterday, he has an organic person on his team, like a channel growth person on his team. And he said, the biggest thing that is growing channels right now is watch time, and it's not subscribers. So everybody has this weird vanity metric where they're like, I want more subscribers. I want more subscribers. And when I say vanity metric, it's because it only matters for optics. The only reason that vanity metrics matter or that subscribers matters at all really for people wanting to grow subscribers is what it looks like from the outside in. Because at the end of the day, if those subscribers aren't converting into customers, who gives a rip? Can we all agree with that? And that's subscribers, that's followers, that's everything. Okay? So we had somebody that we heard from yesterday that he made 86 grand on a course, and he has like 900 followers, you know? Like you don't have to have a huge following. You have to have an engaged following. You have to have people that are following you for you, you know, and you're building relationships with them. That's what I teach in HBR. If you wonder what HBR is about, the whole concept really is about building a community and then serving that community. And then the way you're serving that community, you're creating multiple income streams in service to your people. So it actually is soul satisfying work. And then you're only having to work 5 to 10 hours a week once it's all said and done, once it's all set up. So that said, what you need to do on YouTube, the only metric that matters is watch time. Now, let's talk about how to be able to get watch time. Because if you're like, okay, so I get what you're saying about you not needing to have a bunch of followers, but if I don't have a bunch of, or subscribers, excuse me, but if I don't have a bunch of subscribers, how on earth am I going to get this watch time? Because then you're like, math, right? Like the math doesn't work out, Martha. I have a question mark, right? That's what I would be like. I'd be like, yeah, but what? So let me explain this to you. The way that you do this and the way that we actually did it in the very beginning of our YouTube channel, you guys, and we still do it actually, is you do lives. Lives on YouTube are natural hacks for watch time. And I don't want to say hacks like it's going against the system or it's black hat. When I say black hat, I have to explain that real quick. Sorry, guys. But black hat and white hat, ways that you do things online goes back to the old Westerns where the good guy wore the white cowboy hat and the bad guy wore the black cowboy hat. And so like if we're talking about SEO or search engine optimization, white hat means you're satisfying the algorithms in a good way, in an honest and ethical way. Black hat would mean you're cheating the system. Okay. And so the watch time thing that I just said is not like cheating the system. It's doing it in the ethical way that YouTube is allowing people to grow right now. Does that make sense? I just got a little geeky for a second. Sorry. Sometimes I just can't help myself. I'm just like, whoo, we're going down the geek highway real quick. So anyway, what for the hack on the watch time, all you do is you do your lives on YouTube. And there's ways that if you want to be able to broadcast to multiple places at once, like we do, it's very easy to do. Just use something like Restream, right? So we use Restream. I think it's restream.io. I believe that's what it is. But you just use that, and then you can publish to multiple channels at once. So you not only are getting in front of your people on Facebook, we also get in front of our people in LinkedIn. We also get in front of our people on YouTube, and we're able to, and also in our different respective groups as well, right? All at the same time. So you guys might be watching here on YouTube, and then there's somebody else watching on Facebook right now, and there's more people watching on LinkedIn, and there's more people over here. So if at any point you're like, it doesn't seem like many people are watching this, we're broadcasting to 6 or 7 places right now. Okay, that is, first of all, brilliant. I'm just going to say that. Can you call yourself brilliant? Anyway, I did. So to be able to hack the watch time on YouTube, what you do is you go live on YouTube. Because YouTube's going to put the people that are going live, it's going to put them naturally at the top of the videos. Okay, so people are naturally going to see you. Now, you can't just go live with a goofy title, right? If you're going to go live, you have to go live with a title that's going to be eye-catching, right? So our title today is the one metric that grows your YouTube channel without ads. I mean, that's a pretty interesting title, yeah? So somebody could pop into that, and so our watch time is going to go up naturally. So if you don't have many followers on YouTube yet, no big deal, just go live. And if you're not getting a lot of watch time in the very beginning of you going live, just keep doing it. All right? Just keep doing it. Consistency will win the game for you here. I need you to understand this. Consistency is what's going to win the game for you here, because anybody can start something. A lot of people do. A lot of people start things and then they quit and then they're gone. The people that win are the people that start something, keep going, keep going, keep going, take a trip to Austin, keep going, go to San Diego, keep going. That's showing up, showing up, showing up. That's how you build trust with your audience, but it's also how you build really a show, okay? And there's so many stats that I could just spit out at you right now, which I'm not going to, because that wasn't the purpose of today. But there's a lot of stats that support the concept of us all needing to have our own media platform, so to speak. We need to own our own media, so to speak. And so YouTube is a fantastic place to own your media. Now, do you own YouTube? No, of course not. But YouTube's a great place for a lot of your media to be, and then to embed it into your own platform. I'm not going to go into all of that. That's involved in the HBR strategy, actually. So what questions do you guys have? And then also I'm going to put some of you up on screen here. Cindy, love this. Awesome. Lorna, wait, I didn't get that. It didn't go up. There we go. Lorna, omnipresent. Do you remember this, Martha? Absolutely. Absolutely. It's one of the modules. It's one of the modules in HBR is literally called, I think I called it the mom method. It's being omnipresent. And why I called it the mom method is because it's like, mom, 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 like where you hear your kids saying mom, 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 but you're showing up in front of everybody, kind of like that. Cindy, just keep doing it. A mantra we all need to repeat daily. Absolutely. Everybody needs to repeat it daily. Even people that have been doing it for a very long time, they still need to repeat it to themselves daily. Amy, good morning to you. Cindy, I think that every time. Andrea, just keep swimming. There it is. There it is. I love it. Yep, you can have hundreds of people come to shop, but only those who actually purchase make you money. That's it. But also in that, let me just elaborate on that as well. People sometimes they think that they're only, let me explain this. So there's a concept of 2 to 3%. I'm just going to go into it. So 2 to 3% of your audience, this is where I do this. It looks like a wiping, what is this? A windshield wiper. 2 to 3% of your audience, low-hanging fruit. They're going to buy what you're selling. Doesn't matter. If you're selling stinky old socks, they're not only going to buy them, they're going to thank you for them. They're going to wash them and they're going to send them back to you, okay? And not ask for a refund. 5% of your audience just wishes you would shut up. And that's just an honest thing, right? They're still following you, but they wish you would shut up. 92% of your audience just needs to hear more information, right? That's a big piece of your audience. And so don't discount your whole audience if they're not buying right now, because most of them won't. 2 to 3% will. Okay. Which is why we need to be consistent to really be able to get to the 92%. There's a stat out there that people need to see a message, a marketing message, and this is probably an updated stat at this point, 7 to 12 times is what it used to be. I'm going to look it up today to see what the number is now, because I imagine it's probably more based on the marketing world. But they used to see or need to see a message 7 to 12 times before they would make a buying decision, and that was about anything. That was about whether they were going to buy this thing at the grocery store. They needed to see it 7 to 12 times, right? And so a lot of times people are going to mention something, they'll mention they're selling something once, or they'll mention it twice, right? But they need to be able to mention it so many times. Mike's like, you're going over on time. They need to be able to mention it so many times that you really can get to that 92%, get to that saturation point on that 92%. Oh, there he goes. Let's take a moment.
I gotta get a water.
Okay. Oh my word, you guys. So there he goes. All right. So anyway, make sure he's so distracting. Make sure that you are consistently showing up so you still are able to saturate the rest of that audience. And so you don't just think, well, I got what I can. I juiced that audience. I wrung out what I could of that audience. First of all, it's the wrong mindset. Second, you didn't. You need to consistently show up and serve, and then you will get messages like, I've been watching you. I'm ready to do X, Y, and Z. Those are the messages we get all the time. All right, kiddos. Oh, and then also let me just say this. If you're not in HBR yet, first of all, what are you waiting for? Second, go to my Facebook business page, Livin the Dream with Martha. Message me the words, let's do this, rainbows and unicorns. It's not a robot that's going to answer you. It's a human being, okay? We'll have a conversation with you about what HBR is about. HBR is my blueprint of how we've gotten where we are, and I hold nothing back. I am completely open, honest, and transparent. And that's really what sets me apart in this marketplace. The other thing that sets me apart is that I'm organically driven. I do not use ads. I do not spend money to make money. Okay. I show you guys how to do that as well. I don't care what your business is, to be very honest. So, okay. I am going to put some of you up here again, and then I'm gonna pop out. Nope. I gotta pop out now. I'm almost at time. I love you guys. See you later. Bye-bye.